Bien, pues lo habíamos dejado aquí. Vamos a continuar. Vamos a hacer esta estación de tren. Ahí está el primero. No, aquí no hay. Aquí, ahí al fondo hay cosas. Vale.
Repair the bridge? Why? What's the point when we can't even clear out that tunnel the military messed up?
Vale, ahora.
Welcome to Depression Scenic Tours. If you look to your right, you can see the end of society. On your left, more of the same. Please keep your belongings close and try not to get murdered. If you see something, say something.
Vale, vemos que todos los objetos están hacia allí. Menos mal que no hay ninguno hacia detrás. Y ahora cuando se pare el vagón este, pues empezaremos a buscar.
Find the gap.
Vamos a ver, mira, el primero está allí. Creo que es esto, ¿no?
This train doesn't seem to be in working order, but it's the only one here. Since our destination lies outside the city, we best find a way to get some repairs done on this old beast.
A ver, como siempre.
Marcus, you were almost clean. You didn't need that dirt. Your back stopped hurting years ago. Some stranger dangles a needle in front of your eyes and you dance. Drop your tools and walk away. What will you do next time you run out? What will I do?
This was the pride of Chernosk's railway, its heart. Grunbach Memorial Station, a stunning proof of concept. More recently, this is where people came to flee the city. I wonder if the trains are still running.
Diario de Ross 9. 5 de julio. Los efectos se han ralentizado, pero no detenido. La mente del niño parece estar forcejeando con la del padre, y los resultados son poco claros. La situación ha empeorado en Chernosk. Los empleados están tensos. Vale, pues seguimos.
My first idea was to get the insane ones to do it for me when we went to the greenhouses. Make it look like an accident of sorts. But they can't be controlled. No matter, it was a far-fetched idea to begin with. This one is better.
Please move along. Everyone, move along.
Excuse me, Station Master. Where is this Atlas Park? Is it true that people live there?
There's people all right, and they seem to be doing pretty well for themselves. Just follow the tracks, you can't miss it. Ask for Detective Andropov. Now, come on, move along.
Vale, me lo marca arriba. Entonces por aquí.
They first fled to these high places because they thought it might be a gas of some sort, heavier than air. They remained here because it was easy to fortify, because the others didn't follow them here.
Redistribution of wealth through force. We never had much force, but we had faith in abundance. Faith in the cause, in each other. Faith that we could bring down the system of the 5 founders. Few of us left now, and no faith to share.
They started out in university, uncertain of their future in this strange city. At first it was only signs and slogans, the occasional campout before some bank meeting or other. Whatever chaos they hoped to inspire, it must pale before that which now engulfs the city.
Bien, por lo pronto por aquí ya no hay nada más. Vamos a ir a buscar los recuerdos que nos faltan. Allí, allí, allí. Y el otro me lo marca ahí arriba, tío. ¿Cómo se puede abrir por aquí y subir?
The drone of the equipment, the hum of the crowd below. The calm, steady voice announcing departures, arrivals, and inevitable delays. How alive this place must have been when people knew where they were going.
Vale, pues eso es un recuerdo.
Dear Station Master Venno. Such fine language, but I get it. Asking like it's a favor, but there's really no choice. All that's missing is the horse's head. But Marcus, he's already said yes. Okay, so departure at 9, cargo for Eagle View and a few passengers, with time for unloading and routine checks. Let's say 10 hours. Train should be back here by noon tomorrow.
Me quedan 3. Uno está por allí, el otro está arriba y el otro por allí.
Look at this place. There must have been masses of people fleeing right at the beginning. Takes its toll on the grandeur. Still, I think there's something here that's a bit more recent. Want to have a look?
It's good to see you, Tanya. I was beginning to think I might be the only one left. What's that you got there?
It's a symbol. The swallows may be gone, but I've moved on. Found a new family, one that means something. You should come meet them. See for yourself.
Maybe. Listen, Tanya. You remember the plans for Central Bank? Well, I still have the package, and I figured maybe I could use it. Here, right now. Come, let me show you.
I remember the news. Used to call them a protest group. Then they raided that warehouse, and they were upgraded to radicals. If things had kept going that way, I'm sure they'd eventually be terrorists. Shana, look, some of the new people brought 2 bottles of wine. They want you to have it.
Me? Get some mugs and share it with the others. Make sure everyone gets a taste. We all need it.
Vale, esto es otro de los recuerdos.
From Mrs. Savinsek with sympathy. That's what the mechanic said when he dropped it off. At least I think he said that. He looked half asleep. Sympathy. Ha! Canned fruit and powdered milk. The sympathies of an oligarch.
Vale, vamos a explorar lo que... Mira, aquí un banco también.
Overheard the guards talking. They've locked the grate. My bag. I have to get it back before that train leaves. Perhaps there's another way down?
Vale, pues vamos a ir por los 2 recuerdos que nos faltan.
Ugh. Last cleaned. Unintelligible.
Este es otro.
I can't believe my luck. I was all out. I think Vanno was hiding some. And then she shows up. A whole box. And all I gotta do was a little bit of nothing? Take the key, lady. Take it. And thanks.
She's bought us a couple of sad little men like a pound of flesh. Fine, we're gone. But I'm putting it all down here in ink. And I'm leaving the journal. Go to hell, lady.
He spent his entire adult life in this station, watching the trains come and go. Could never imagine any other life. Told himself that he wasn't afraid, just content. And perhaps that's true. But I think he was finally ready to buy a ticket for himself.
Can you get these posters up?
It's information about how the trains are running now that the Eagleview folk keep going back and forth.
But you told me to refill the lubricant on train 2.
I told you that yesterday. What have you been doing?
Vale, aquí tenemos que activar esto. Y vamos a ir por el último recuerdo.
Crates, bundles, and boxes. A meager shadow of a financial empire, but it will be enough. Enough to repair what we have failed to save. Just so, I must not dwell on the lost. I am blessed with the aid of good friends in my mission.
He was born into money as the heir to a fledgling empire. It had all started out as a small dishwasher manufacturing company and an investment in Chernosk's future. He kept a photo of that first dishwasher on the wall in his office, but he never knew what it's like to be small.
That's right, sir. The repairs are almost done. I just need a little more time.
Very well, but you've been saying that since yesterday. Please be aware that my business is urgent.
Of course, sir. Of course. It's just some loose engine bearings. It'll be done right quick.
You know how airport bars make excellent business off of people's fear of flying? I'm not sure it works like that for trains. Then again, look at where we are.
I had hoped to run into some people with specialist skills. People who could make a true asset for Eagleview, but there were none. No botanists or surgeons. We'll have to keep making do with those who seek us out.
Maxim, I wish you were still here, little brother. You were the only one who knew besides me. I'm alone now, but I will make amends. I just need full control of Eagleview and its resources. There must be a way. What a beautiful world we destroyed.
Savinsek International was a family corporation founded by a young woman and the man who was at the same time her brother and her conscience. You stripped out the one, and what you have left is cold, sharp ambition.
Truly, the city's elevated rail system has been a godsend. Without it, we could never have hoped to reach the warehouses unmolested. The poor souls, they're stuck below. How I wish they could see what we're building. I will do right by them indeed.
Vale, pues aquí tenemos otro de los recuerdos.
The key to the Tinker's storeroom. Gotta hand it to Mrs. Sav. She really thinks of everything. Told me to guard this with my life. For what she's paying me, I'll make it anyone's life. Maybe Patrashko's. Or that screaming bitch over by the benches.
Repair the train, she says. I'm already repairing the train, I say. No, she says, I want you to almost repair the train. Gotta say, this is the first time I've ever been asked to almost repair something.
Bien, pues tenemos que reparar el tren. Son 3 piezas. Las colocamos y listo.
And opa! A chimp could get the train running now.
If it could get inside your workshop, which isn't yours anymore. That's it then? You're running her errands now?
Relax, I'm done. And besides, do you see anyone else actually, like, paying me for doing this crap?
What excuses did he give himself? That his mind was clouded? That he is small and the world so very big? That his need was great, greater than that of the many? Or did he never need an excuse in the first place?
Bien, pues tenemos más recuerdos, así que vamos a ir por ellos. Este está arriba y los demás están por aquí. Así que vamos a coger todos los de por aquí, que ya esta parte también está.
They came from all over the city, fleeing the violence and at the same time chasing humanity's oldest conviction, that the next place will be better.
Vale, este es otro de los recuerdos.
They value things over people. You see that cargo over there? That caravan? You think they spare a thought for you when they have treasures to count? It's the same as it's ever been. Property is the darling of the rich.
Otro recuerdo que tenemos aquí.
Are you crazy? You stole a box of cigars? Yes, I know, and I understand. But for God's sake, we need them to believe that we're just loud and stupid. They have guns. They have all the reason in the world to keep us here. Use your brain.
Otro de los recuerdos aquí.
I still remember my first day, blockading the road down by University Point. Education for all was pretty plain as slogans go, but it was a peaceful protest. No time to be peaceful now. It's all coming down. But I don't know if I can.
Vale, creo que por aquí no se podía dar, que hay que dar la vuelta. Va, efectivamente. Vale, pues vamos a dar la vuelta. Vamos a buscar los dos que nos quedan. Pasa que cada uno está en una punta. Este es otro de los recuerdos.
You know you have to. As long as there is a way back, they won't dare to move forward. And time is running out right between our fingers. You have to make them desperate.
Y nos queda uno. Que me lo marcan arriba. Aquí.
I need you to appreciate the importance of my work, Miss Abramski.
Is it more important than people? Than lives?
I am rebuilding society. Do you have anything to contribute to that? Anything at all? You'll be better off here.
This was meant for Central Bank. But I think the others would approve.
Vale, tenemos que utilizar el detonador.
No way back now. All I have to do is wait for the others to realize that. Savinsek has been reaching out to us. Perhaps she can be spared. As for the others, well, a revolution cannot be civilized.
She said the ends justify the means, yet she hesitated. Perhaps because she knew in some secret corner of her heart that in the eyes of some, their means could come to justify their end.
Bien, pues nos han dado nuevos recuerdos que buscar. Vale, mira, este está por aquí y los demás. Vale. Vamos a ir primero por este, el de la izquierda, que creo que era por aquí arriba. Ahí, aquí hay algo.
So the park didn't work out. Not that I ever thought it would. They called it a refuge, but it's really just another graveyard waiting to happen. Shame about the guys, though. They weren't all shit.
The treasure vault. Medical supplies, seeds, electronics. Everything you need to build a new home. And rule it.
Vale, este es otro de los recuerdos.
This is where the morphine case came from. Someone opened this crate, took the morphine, and gave it to the mechanic? Judging by his glassy eyes, he's been using it himself. But he's too slow and dull to have stolen it without getting caught.
Vale, pues por aquí tenemos unas pocas de cosas.
Mrs. Sabine said, could I please trouble you for your signature on these employment contracts?
Indeed. I must say, however, that I cannot quite understand your insistence on such due process now that the courts and bureaus are gone.
Order will return soon enough. Eagle View must be a land of structure and sound legal practice.
Simon made this for me before we left Eagleview. Said it was something to remember him by. He's all I want to remember now. But if I forget, it's like they die all over again. So I think of them all the time. But Simon must never know.
When everything changes like this, does life go on? Can you even be said to live the same life as you used to? Fedorova has walked the path of the gun for a long time, but for very different reasons.
Vale, diario de Ross, el sexto, ¿no? Parece que es. 27 de mayo. Ahora los informes provienen del mundo entero. Hay instalaciones del instituto con repetidores activos por todo el mundo. Es que esto de que esté así separado sin coma. Ahora los informes provienen del mundo entero. Hay instalaciones del instituto con repetidores activos por todo el mundo. Y no hemos sido capaces aún de determinar si la mejor forma de proceder es desactivarlos todos o mantener la red de repetidores intacta para que podamos invertir los efectos de la señal. Y por último aquí nos queda esto.
It was Mrs. Savinsek's idea to check the greenhouses. Bless her. Some of these plants can be cultivated in Eagle View and used for food and medicine. I used to love gardening.
Esta parte no la había explorado yo, así que voy a echar un vistacito. Nada, venga, vamos a seguir por los secretos. Los recuerdos. Vale, me marcan uno allí. Este.
Bring this notebook to Mr. Patrashku. I know how things look, but he is not your enemy. I'll be there too, and we'll make this work. Please trust me. Signed, Fedorova. She has been kind to us so far. But what's in this notebook that's so important?
Vale, aquí arriba me marcan dos. Uno creo que es este.
Mr. Patrashku, please listen. The bridge is out. We're trapped. And Savinsek has turned against you. She's been working the crowd up and getting your guard on her side. Please, just look at the notebook Shana gave you and listen to this recording.
Y el otro es este.
Nine years I've been with Savinsek, baby. 9 years. And you know why? Because I'm the best.
Impressive. You know, I think Savinsek might have a crush on Mr. Patrashku.
A crush? Baby, she hates him. Let me tell you about Mr. Spaff and Mr. Patrashku.
Vale, aquí hay otro.
No, this can't be right. Why would she keep the train grounded? Says it's almost fixed. Anyone could make the final repairs, but the workshop is locked up. If it stays that way, we're stuck here. And Mr. Patrashku doesn't know.
Y el otro está aquí, que es el último ya. Y ahora nos mandarán a un recuerdo.
This came from Mr. Patrashku's cargo. His logo is right there on the lid. Medical-grade morphine for Eagle View's infirmary. So, what was that mechanic doing with it? Did he steal it, or did he just find the box? And where's the morphine itself? Shauna's going to distract Savinsek, keep her occupied, while I get this door open and start the power back on. If her people do their part, we're getting out of here. If I'm fast enough this time.
She broke down the wall. How about that? Do you think it'll last? Or is this one of those truces that live exactly as long as the purpose does? Mind the infinite societal gap.
Vale, tenemos que activar este interruptor. Y deberíamos tener nuevos recuerdos. Menos que haya que pulsar el interruptor de aquí también, que ya lo pulsé antes. No recuerdo de haber estado esta parte sin recuerdos nuevos.
The architects who built this part of town really didn't give much for the idea of accessibility, did they?
Vale, tenemos que parar el ventilador y ir pasando de aspas en aspas para... ¡Oh! Me caí. Todo lo difícil me caí y fallo en lo fácil. Aquí hay una puerta, está cerrada. Y... esto no recibe señales, vale. Pues... estamos en la parte de abajo del ventilador.
Another one of these. I had a feeling we might find one, because this is what we must have missed. Probably more than two as well. It looks like this one's hooked up to the same power grid as the trains. Want to play electrician?
Tenemos que activar esto.
This switchboard connects to 3 different power sources here in the station. No connection, no weird machine, and no train either. Looks like we need to fire up those power sources first of all.
Y tenemos este puzzle aquí, que supuestamente tengo que darle electricidad a las 3 estaciones. ¿Cómo hacerlo? Pues ni idea. A ver, supuestamente aquí hay una. Aquí hay 2. Y así las 3. O sea, creo que me ha quedado por explorar la parte abajo de las alcantarillas. Ah, vale, si se nos deja aquí.
I've never liked goodbyes. They're too definitive, but I think this might be the last time we see Chernosk. It's all about letting go in the end. Right. No looking back, pillar of salt and all that. We have a train to catch.
Y ahora sí, tenemos que ir al tren. Yo espero que esto, cuando montemos el tren, me dé otra vez recuerdos, porque como ya se me ha bugueado una vez el juego, espero que no se me haya bugueado otra vez. Vale, por aquí. Y antes de ir al tren vamos a terminar de explorar la alcantarilla, a ver si encontramos más recuerdos, más objetos.
I have to be on that train when it leaves. Don't care who else goes, even if it's the bastard and a bitch. As long as I get home, they'll get theirs in time. But the longer we stay here, the more people will wonder what's in the bag.
Pues bueno, yo creo que no se nos olvida nada, así que venga, vamos a coger el tren y vamos a terminar ya con esta parte. Ahora cuando nos bajemos del tren, pues pararé el vídeo.
Now departing for misunderstanding, conflict, and the upholding of divides. All aboard. End of the line. This is where they were all going, the famous mountains of Chernosk. Safety and stability, if you believe the brochure. Eagle View Plateau should be just up ahead.
Bien, pues hemos llegado a Eagle View, que es eso que se ve allá al frente, ¿vale? Así que vamos a parar el vídeo aquí. Voy a echar un vistazo por aquí, que creo que ahí hay algo. Vale, esto lo cogemos en el siguiente vídeo. Y nada, venga, vamos a parar el vídeo aquí y en el siguiente vídeo continuamos desde este punto.